Hi, I'm Jacqueline Rinksmeyer, Executive Director of the Greater Medina Chamber of Commerce.
And I'm Jared Fry, General Manager and Public Information Officer for the City of Medina and Medina TV.
One of the core values of the Greater Medina Chamber of Commerce is business advocacy. We've been proud to partner with Medina TV on this voter education series for well over 10 years now. We're grateful to our interviewer and General Manager of Medina TV, Jared Fry, and our producer, Matt Tomick.
We are grateful for all the candidates that took part in the Candidates Forum, but we also want to stress that the opinions of those candidates are not those necessarily of Medina TV or the Greater Medina Chamber of Commerce.
All candidates in contested races were invited to participate in this voter education program.
We want all voters to be informed to the best of the ability as they head to the ballot this November, so sit back and relax and enjoy our Candidates Forum.
We encourage you to make a plan to vote this November.
Joining us in studio is the incumbent for the Medina County Recorder's Office, Linda Hoffmann. Linda, thank you for joining us here today.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's great to have you here. For people that may not know you, just take a few minutes and tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm happy to do that. I have been serving for 4 years as the Medina County Recorder. I would say I'm almost native born and bred in Medina County. I was born in Cleveland, moved to Medina County in the late 60s, graduate of Medina High School, graduate of the University of Dayton with an English degree, and the University of Cincinnati College of Law. I was blessed after that graduation to find work here in Medina County, met my husband and established a family here in Medina County and a law practice in Wadsworth. I just retired from that law practice after 39 years as an attorney last December. So for the last 3 years, I've been serving as the Medina County Recorder. This is year 4. And I'm happy to be providing that service to the residents of Medina County.
Great. And a lot of people may not know. Kind of talk us through what is the role of the Medina County Recorder?
Well, in the Medina County Recorder's Office, we really operate out of the limelight. Most people have a connection with my office if they own property in Medina County. My office is the office that is responsible for maintaining the land records. That's where your deeds and mortgages, mechanics liens, tax liens are filed. There are some other miscellaneous documents that also come to our office for filing from time to time. But when people are doing a genealogy search or they want to know the history of their home, one of the places they often come to is our office so they can track the ownership of that property back in time. And our records go back to the beginning of Medina County. We are blessed to have had the foresight of some of my predecessors, so our records from 1980 to the current time are all digitized, and people can search those online from the comfort of their home in their PJs with their favorite beverage. If they're searching for older documents, they do come into the office and have the ability to actually go through the old stacks of the old documents and be able to research that way. We also offer a service for our Medina County veterans that's not related to real estate. Veterans in Medina County can file their DD-214s. Veterans know what that is. That's their discharge papers they receive at the end of their time of service. That document is important for them to access records that are available and benefits that are available to veterans. And oftentimes, like with other important documents, people put those in a safe place at home and then later can't find them when they need them. By filing the original with our office, the family members at the time of need can come in and access a certified copy of that so they can get services for their veteran. It is not a public record available to the general public for searching. That's something that we keep internally, but we can assist the veterans with that. Also, if you are a veteran and you live in Medina County and you filed your DD-214, we can provide you with an ID card similar to a driver's license card that you can use to access discounts for goods and services in Medina County and access Medina County transportation.
Wow. A lot of unique things in an office that people, like you said, don't have a lot of contact with. So very interesting there at the Recorder's Office. Now, something I'd like to ask everyone that has come in here to run and have discussions with is being able to step into the political arena. Especially in this day and age, it's a difficult arena to step foot in. What is kind of your passion for politics and your drive to take part in politics?
I would say I grew up with a servant leader model in my family. My mother was always someone who donated her time to church and athletic booster activities for my younger brother, and always saw the investment of time to pay it forward to better the community. It was over 20 years ago that an individual that people who've been in Medina for a long time will know, former Mayor Jane Lever, before she was mayor, approached me about running for a position for Medina City Council. I was a Medina City resident with a law practice in Wadsworth, but was active in a lot of community activities. I've sat on many nonprofit boards. I've been a member of Kiwanis, the Farm Bureau, 4-H, and that leadership style caught her attention at the time, and she said, have you ever considered running for public office? And I really hadn't at that time, although politics was in the background. I had taken a lot of political science classes in college and always kept informed about what was happening locally. So my first venture out, I was not successful. I took on a race for Medina City Council at large against the long-sitting chair of the opposing political party. But I was encouraged because I came within 44 votes of a win. So 2 years later, I tossed my hat into the ring again and was successful, and then was able to serve 6 years on Medina City Council at large, before I moved out to Montville Township. So I had to give up that seat and remained active in other community activities. And then when I had an opportunity that the position for Medina County Recorder became vacant, and I was approached at that level, it was a good fit for me. I had served for 9 years as a real estate title agent, providing insurance for people on their chain of title for the property. So I was familiar with real estate documents. As an attorney, I also had the background in real estate law. And while being a lawyer is not required for this position, it certainly is helpful. Mm-hmm. For legal matters in the office, we're represented by Forrest Thompson, the Medina County prosecutor. But it is definitely a benefit to have that background of experience in the position. And really, it's that servant leader heart. I have a skill set that I can provide. It keeps me in contact with other professionals in the community. People from all walks of life come into our office, and it's nice to see familiar faces that I have been in contact with over decades, I hate to say it, in Medina County with various groups. And I think for most people, having an involvement at the local level is one way that you can really affect change. Be a policymaker if it's a position on school board or city council or township trustee. That's where I think you can affect the most change, and that's not to take anything away from our state or national leaders, but I encourage people to have that interest in local politics and dip their toe in the waters if they have an interest in it.
Yeah. We're speaking with Linda Hoffmann, the incumbent for Medina County Recorder. And Linda, what's probably something that you are most proud of doing as a county recorder?
That's a great question. One program that was established in my office but not really promoted is the Real Estate Property Fraud Alert Program. Now, most people have heard about this recently with the attempted fraud to secure Graceland by a fraudster who claimed that she had a mortgaged interest in the property and tried to get that property away from the Presley family. Mm-hmm. Well, property fraud happens on a much smaller scale locally, sometimes by bad actors and sometimes by disgruntled family members. And when I came into the position, Medina County participated in a property fraud alert program, but only 700 of our 80,000 parcels of real estate were registered. And I made it one of my goals to encourage a public outreach and education for that program by providing property fraud alert brochures that go to each person that purchases property in Medina County. They get a welcome letter from my office with information about that. They can register their name with this free service. You don't have to pay $9 to $15 a month for the monitoring. And anytime a record is filed related to your real estate, you will be notified. And you tell the company how you want to be notified, by phone, by text, or email. And you will get that notice within 24 hours of a document being filed. Now, most times it's legit. Someone's taken out a mortgage, maybe a line of credit, maybe refinanced an existing mortgage. Then they can sleep better at night saying, okay, that's me, that was legit, no problem. But if not, you have that notice within 24 hours that you can then go to the police, go to any other people that might need to investigate what was filed, who signed it, did it involve a forgery of your name? What happened? That's much better to know early and start that investigation than finding out 6 or 9 months later when someone's trying to foreclose on your property claiming they have an interest. Mm-hmm. So I'm really proud to say that as of today we have over 4,700 properties registered in that, and it would be my goal that we continue to increase that so that people have a little bit of peace of mind. We can't prevent the fraud, but we can certainly give people notice within 24 hours and allow them to take action if it's that small percentage where there's a bad actor involved.
Yeah. Now, on the other side, the next question off of that is, what is something that you would like to improve on with the County Recorder's Office if reelected?
An area that I would like to see, and that became a little bit more in the public eye during COVID, is electronic access to records. Senate Bill 94 passed last year. That requires now all counties in the state of Ohio to have their real estate records available electronically. Again, we were fortunate that my predecessor started that process a while back, and Medina County is in compliance. But I would eventually like to have all of our records available for people to search from the comfort of their home or business. Not that we don't want to see people coming into our office, but we're such an electronic, information-driven society that it would be easy to access those. However, the cost to digitize our existing manual records is in the 6 figures. Wow. And that's not something I'm comfortable as a department that uses taxpayer dollars having our commissioners pay for that, having our county residents pay for that. We try to do some things in-house that we can with our existing staff, but that's a big project that's going to take a big capital investment to happen. I am concerned that we preserve our oldest documents that have not yet been digitized. We have documents from 1860 to the 1900s that some are manual script, which is very hard to read and transcribe, and they were folded many times, and the paper's becoming very fragile. So to preserve those electronically, I think from document preservation would be the next step, and finding money available in the budget or securing that additional funding would be the next step.
Mm-hmm. What other challenges or issues do you see in the future or on the horizon for the Recorder's Office?
Our activity in the office is pretty much driven by the economy. So when interest rates are low and people are able to refinance and buy homes, the volume of work coming across into our office increases, and the challenge is meeting those demands in a timely manner. We do have electronic filing that's available for our big filers, title companies, mortgage companies, banks, and some attorneys' offices, but there are still the mom and pop filers and some solo attorneys that can only or choose only to come in to process their paperwork that way. And they're used to right now an immediate turnaround. I had an attorney that I met out in the community said, I couldn't believe it. I went in and filed a document and got back to my car and checked online, and it was already available online. And we are able to keep pace with that with the current filings. Should we have a boon in the economy where those filings increase, people may have a little bit more of a delay in being able to access those records and see that they are available. So it's just kind of keeping pace with the ebb and flow of supply and demand as those records come in.
Great. We're speaking with Linda Hoffmann, the incumbent for Medina County Recorder. Thank you for joining us today. I know you've been great in answering my questions. I want to make sure I give you the opportunity to talk directly to the voters and maybe discuss anything I have not brought up. So with that, I will hand the mic over to you and give you the floor.
Okay, thank you, Jared. Thank you so much for the opportunity to serve as your Medina County Recorder these last nearly 4 years. It's been a true pleasure to serve the people of Medina County and preserve their real estate records and give them an opportunity to protect their property with the Property Fraud Alert Program. I just encourage everybody to come out in November, vote your conscience, be an informed voter, and return to the position of county recorder, an educated professional who's been conservative with your tax dollars and providing a good bang for the buck in the office of county recorder.
All right, thank you. Once again, that's Linda Hoffmann, the incumbent for Medina County Recorder. And Linda, thank you for your time today, and I want to wish you the best of luck this November.
Thank you, Jared.